Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we are going to be talking about the VK90, and this is probably one of the most wanted tier 10 premium tanks or collector tanks for the average player, of course. That's because it is sold for gold, and it's an overall very good heavy. Now, this is the equipment. It's very standard. So if you do want to use it, you can just stop this video and take a look at it. Now, in terms of provisions and consumables, you really need to use the reticle calibration and maybe the sandbags, which are purely for the VK90, which increase the HP and make your first two shots very accurate. So we're going to be jumping into two live games as usual, of course, and this tank is notorious for its armor. The armor is the best, and I mean it, the best in tier 10 among heavy tanks. This is the most armored tier 10 heavy in the whole game, and don't let the turret at the back deceive you. The turret on the back allows you to side scrape like a complete god, and no one, and I mean no one, can penetrate your sides under like a normal angle. That will never happen. With the reticle calibration, your gun becomes super accurate. Your penetration is 275. Your mobility is okay-ish, but that's not something this tank is known for. It's known for the armor and the very comfortable gun. 460 alpha, you can feel the alpha sometimes in comparison to tanks like the Concept 1B, where the alpha is 380. Here, 460, you can really feel it when you get those 500 shots. Now, we put a nice shot into the YAG there because they're capping C, and from here, like the E100, he can't do anything. He really can't do anything because we are side scraping, and under that angle he won't be able to penetrate us at all. If you put this tank in a good enough position, like in a good position, this tank can hold 2, 3, 4 tanks at bay with ease. I mean, this tank isn't necessarily made for pushing because the sides are quite weak, but it can do that. It can do that, and when this tank does push, it's going to crush every single tank in its path if you have support from your teammates, of course, because you don't really want to get circled by the enemy. Look, the E100 is pushing us, and there's nothing really he can do. And in that position where I was shooting C, there's nothing the enemy can do, simply. They can load gold, and maybe if they're lucky, they could hit a weak point on my turret. But apart from that, there's no chance of penetrating this tank. So in a face hug against the 100, what is he gonna do? The only thing he can do is try and spam gold, and maybe he'll get a 500, or he can try and spam some HE shots. But apart from that, with AP or heat, he can't penetrate us in a proper form into our hull whatsoever. And this tank doesn't even have a proper cupola to shoot at, if you know what I mean. So this tank is super strong. We're obviously just finished off the 100, and now we're just going to be going after this guy right here. And the first shot goes through, but nope, under this angle, there's no way. You know what I mean? Under certain positions, this tank just becomes invincible. And with the reticle calibration, it becomes a laser beam, and it can shoot weak spots on a lot of tanks. Of course, occasionally, your only weak spot, the lower plate, is going to be opened up, and you will get smacked occasionally. But if you play this properly, you can pretty much destroy everyone. You know what I mean? When I'm close up, boom. The WZ can't pen us. There's nothing he can do under this angle. There's simply nothing he can do. This isn't even an E100 where he can spam HE against us. And we're tall enough to pretty much penetrate his cupolas with every single shot. Now, at the moment, the score is 2v4. And again, the WZ doesn't really penetrate us. And I'm really trying to help my teammate here by killing the, by getting a shot into the Yo, because I really think he needs it, but our teammate is stupid and he dies. Simple as that. So here I'm going to try and finish off the WZ first, and then focus on the Yo. Because the Yo does have a very DPM, it does have a very good gun, but so does the WZ. And so we are against 3 enemies alone. Gladly, they are all low HP though. As you can see, the Yo makes a mistake, and so there are only 2 tanks left. But I'm not really sure how full the 60 TP is. The grill is a bit stupid because he thinks I didn't see him, but of course I do, and I managed to kill him. Now the 60 TP is also a one-shot. You know, facing every single tank one by one is just a piece of cake, and I'm just gonna gobble up the 60 TP. When I said like this tank does like smash other tanks and just eats them up alive, I really meant it. We did 6k this game, 6k. And we didn't even do much. It's not like we sweat. We just face hug people and they die. Simple as that. 6.2k, 6.2, and a lot of credits farmed, as you can see there. So I really wanted to check out how much damage I blocked, and yes, it's 4.5, 4,500. I think it was close to 5k we blocked, because maybe the track ate something, I'm not really sure, but we blocked almost 5k damage. Now that's some strong tank vibes right there. So the next map, we're going to be going again towards the heavy side. They have a few heavies. They have an E100, they have the VK, and an E75, as well as a KPZF. So with that, I'm just going to be going towards the standard heavy position. We're going to be taking it and shooting the tanks that are attempting to cross. For some reason, I already hit the reticle calibration, and I'm just seeing that now. And that's very stupid of me. And I don't know what to say. Sometimes I misclick buttons, and I think that happens with everyone that plays on a mobile device. For some reason, all their heavies are going downward, and to me that doesn't really make sense. They do only have one TD, so we're more or less safe, and so we can put a few shots into the bat chat. If we did have reticle calibration, it would have been much easier, so I really want to take my time and put some nice shots into the bat chat without having to rush my aim, if you know what I mean. We got spotted, but the bat chat doesn't seem to look at us, so we can put another shot. And the only scary thing is the Death Star. I'm really worried he's going to be over there, and he can put over 1,000 into my side under a straight angle. The STB, of course, doesn't penetrate us because he's too far away, and our lower plate isn't as big as it seems at first glance. There he loads gold and shoots us into the side for under 300, so that's okay. I know that the E100 here is isolated, even though he did give me a good shot here. I don't understand how. He is isolated, so I'm pretty much going to eat him up alive again in a 1v1 situation with any other heavy tank, or most other tanks apart from meds or lights. I think the VK90 will pretty much eat any other heavy up alive in a 1 versus 1 duel. Just look at this E100. It's pathetic. He can't do anything. He literally cannot do anything. He won't penetrate me a single time if I believe correctly, because, you know, his gun doesn't have enough pen. He doesn't have enough gun depression. He just has nothing going for him. So here I'll pretty much never mind. I was gonna say I was gonna load gold and shoot him, but that's okay. Maybe the shot into the KPZF, no, it doesn't go through. We have 2 tanks in the back and 2 tanks in front of us, so I'm pretty much gonna turn around and try and maybe kill the enemy VK and the E75 on that side. So we put a nice shot into him. That's something you don't want to be doing on the VK90. You don't want to be coming out with your side. You have side armor, so why would you peek like that? It doesn't really make sense. Here again, it's my mistake, but that's okay. Our gun depression is 10 degrees on the side, so we can get a nice shot onto the VK90 regardless. So here I'm trying to put maybe a shell with gold. Not really. Nope. Ouch, he really did move in the last second, but that's okay. The 100 picks him up, and they only have 2 tanks in the enemy team left. I mean, we just pushed, we held, we pushed, and we killed every single tank in our way. Like the E100 and this VK90 and the bat chat from far away, if you know what I mean. So this tank really is unstoppable because of its armor, and I would really recommend people getting this tank if they just want a tier 10 premium tank and they're an average player. This tank is the tank to go for. You don't want goddamn chieftains, you don't want the concept 1B, You don't want any of that. You don't want medium tanks for sure. You just want the VK90, because this tank is a heavy, and it is a true heavy. It has insane armor, a great gun, and it's very comfortable at times with 10 degrees of gun depression. So definitely go for this tank, especially because it's on sale as of now. So yeah, I think we did something like 3,800, maybe 4,000. Okay, 4.5 thousand. There we go. We did 6.2k and 4.5k. Literally, this tank is a beast, and I would definitely recommend this tank. So yeah, with that, Happy is out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.